Richard, I might ask you if you can just notify me when we're ready to start, as I'm
Ah,
sharing the screen and I cannot see
of
uh,
course.
like the Zoom page.
Well, I certainly will. And I'll just say a quick welcome. My name is Richard McCarthy, President of the World Farmers Markets Coalition. Very, very happy to see so many people here um, to join in this webinar to help share some of the know-how to utilize the Canva tool for communications in support of our Farmers Markets Count campaign, which we are about a month away from the first phase of the campaign in commemoration of World Biodiversity Day. And as you know, we had opted to utilize the Canva tools because they are free and because so many markets are using them. And we think this is a great way um, to build your capacity for communications. And we are so happy to have our communications director, Julia Maggi, here, who will walk you through the steps. And if she is to walk you through the steps in a variety of languages, fortunately, all you need to do is to select the interpretation below for Italian and for Spanish. And if I am correct, the interpretation for Italian, you use the French um, language, and French equals Italian today. Okay, Julia, I think we should get going.
Perfect. Can you see my screen?
Yes, very clear.
Okay, perfect. So as Richard said, today we are going to talk about Canva and how to create material to share on social media, but also offline if you wish to create some flyers or other infographic to print out. The agenda today, today we will cover the FMCount branding guideline, how to use and customize the template that we made for you, but also templates that you can build with the elements that we will give you. And at the end, we will see a live demo. And of course, you will have time to ask questions, and I will try to reply and solve all your questions. Before we start, I wanted to take a few moments just to say that this Canva is the second that we do on Canva. And the first webinar about Canva was made by Manuel, and he taught you how to create a Canva account and the general and basic settings for you to do if you want to join Canva. If you miss that session, don't worry, because you can rewatch all our webinar session on our YouTube channel, and also you can download the Canva guide in our shared drive for the campaign. I just want to remember you that you can access the shared drive just if you did the application for this campaign. And later on, we will share again the link to fill out the application form. So if you haven't done it yet, don't worry, you still have time to do it and participate in the campaign. So we're approaching to the start of the campaign A, and the campaign A regards the biodiversity. So during the week between 19 and 25 of May, we will actively count the biodiversity at our markets. And right now, we are focusing on the branding guidelines that you will need to use while creating materials to promote the campaign. The campaign name, of course, is Farmer Markets Count, and you always need to express to the campaign in this way. So just save this one here and you will be fine. Don't use other version like expressive here, but just like this one here. When you want to talk about this campaign in a shorter way, we do that a lot, but please remember to put FMCount with the mark here, and you don't need to use other forms like exampled here. The logo must always be included when using the abbreviation. So if you want to use FMCount in a short way, please always use the original logo that we will give you, and that you will see at the end or like during this presentation. You will have the logos available both in the shared drive, but also on the Canva files that we will give you. When we talk about hashtag, please remember to use farmers market count, FM count. You're allowed to exclude the exclamation mark just on the hashtag, as the hashtag we will not see that point. So here, is it good to say FM count? Then, of course, you need to add word farmer market coalition, word FMC, farmer market, and a plus I have here. So when we do the campaign A, you need to include biodiversity or biodiversity day at the end of this first set of hashtags here. And when we talk about the other campaign, you will need to use these two hashtags each for each campaign that you're referring to. About the visual and tone, we suggest to maintain constituency in punctuation and hashtag formats. Then the tone should always be community focused, globally inclusive, and like festive, because we want to celebrate the farmer market and the importance of them. Of course, when using the farmer market count, always you need to have the text and the visuals that we prepared for you. In this way, we can have a strong brand identity. Here, I highlighted for you the colors that you should use. So it's a sort of green called apple, then yellow, black, and this kind of red and brown. Don't worry, you can check later, as I said here, the complete style guide in the shared drive, so you will have all the information and you will not miss anything. The font that we use are two mainly. Chivan, I don't know the exact like name of this one, and we use this one for the titles. And then we have amazing.
Farmers Market Coalition.
Okay. And then we have the amazing slab that you can play with this one, as you can put it on bold or not, and in big letters or not. So you can just see your graphic, how that one will look with this font. Now we go into the templates. So first of all, you will find this template on your email as we will share them. I will show you now how to change elements in a graphic and how to create a graphic from scratch. So here are two templates that you can edit, and now I will switch. In a second, I will switch.
You'll be driving live online.
Yes. Can you still see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So basically, you will receive something like this. Here you will have like a small introduction of things that you will see here and things that you need to do. For example, please remember to always create a copy and don't edit the original file that you will receive. Then here you will find elements that you can use to create your graphic. As you can see here, all these elements are not linked with one another. So for example, if you want to take just this one, you can just move it and put it in a graphic how you prefer. On this page, you will find other elements that you can use to create the graphic. For example, we have 3 versions of the logo. This one here is the one that we will use, that we use as original logo. But then we have other 2 versions in white. For example, if we want to use a green background, we cannot use this logo as the farmers here is in green. So we will go for the white one, and you can choose to have the hands in white or orange. Other elements here are, for example, these bees and all these veggies or like natural elements that you can upload to your graphics. The gloves, here these party festives, and here an arrow. This is like important when you want to do carousel, as you will, I will show you later, and you can add just this arrow, and people will already understand that they need to switch to see the other information that you made into the post. Now we pass to this guide, kind of. I'm going to show you here. So you will have some slide templates that are that needs to be filled, other that are already made, and you will find, for example, here in slide 4, a page that is meant to separate the different content that we will give you. For example, right now we go to the templates that are completely without information, so you can just add everything that you want. Now I'm going to show you how to edit, for example, this template. All the elements here are not blocked, so you can move them around if you need to. And here I left a sort of guide that you can just replace with your information. So for example, here we want to add the title of a post. And these slides are carousel. So here you will have the title, and here other relevant information that you want to add. One of the first things that you need to do is to add your logo next to the the World Farmer Market Coalition logo. So for example, if I want to upload a logo, I will click Upload Files, and then I will choose the one that I'm looking for. Right now, I will take this one, load, and as soon as the loading is done, I will just click here, and the logo will appear on the Canva sheet. So,
Julia,
yeah.
Can I quickly interrupt? So if their logo will not be in the Canva memory, they may be uploading it from their own computer. Is that right?
Yes. So they can do that by clicking Uploads here.
On the left?
Yeah. And then this yellow button, Upload File. Select the file that they want. Click Upload. And then they will find it here, still on the left. Once the file is here, or they can simply click on the image, or they can move it. But it's easier just to click on the image and the logo will be there. Can you still see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So as soon as you have the logo here, you can just put it bigger or shorter, it depends. And then you move the guide that we set your logo here, and you can upload your logo. So the logo of your farmer market. When you have the two logos here, you can just play with them and see how they look on your graphic. If you want to make them a bit bigger or shorter, you can do that, but please remember that logos need to be visible. So don't make it too short, otherwise it will be hard to see them. Then if you want to add the title, you will see here, I already have Amazing Slam, so I don't have to change the font. What I need to do, I just need to add the text that I want to. So for example, it's Biodiversity Week. And then you can make all the edits that we want. For example, I want to divide and make this one bigger, so I can do something like that. Or I can just highlight the biodiversity word. So I remove the bold here and I leave in bold just biodiversity. Then if I want to have more, if I want to highlight it more, I can change the color of biodiversity, maybe going for the yellow one. And I can also play with this one if I want to make it like more visible, put it this one in a bigger way. Or if I want to have more text on my title, I can remove this one. Something that is missing here that if you want, you can add, of course, is the title in the other font that we have available. So for example, the Chivan that we talked before. So what I need to do, I will just need to find a slide where I have this font. I copy, so I click on this one, I copy, then I will go again to the page where I'm working on, and then I paste. As you can see, right now you will have this other font, so the other font that we want to use in this graphic. Here, you cannot do much, so you cannot put it in bold or italics. You can just leave this one like that, or if you want, you can underline it.
Can you change the color?
Yes, of course. You can choose the main colors that I showed before, or if you already have an image here, Canva suggests you some colors that you can use that like looks good with the overall graphic. But we always suggest to use the 4 colors that we gave you. So for example, you want to put that one in white, you can do that. Here you have purple just because on the image, on the element here you have purple, but purple is not like a color that we will use for the campaign. So maybe just if you want to have some details, that's fine. But for the text, we suggest white, black, green, yellow, and that orange brown. Yeah. So at the end, as soon as I'm done with the title, so we can try to put it in this way. So it's Biodiversity Week. And in this way, I'm already like categorizing the topic of this post that we will do. Then you can move the logos to make it fit good. And this one, we can put it bigger as we don't have as much text here, we will try to cover or fill the graphic with the image or element that we have. Then we want to move to the second page of our carousel. And what we need to do here, of course, add the logo of the market and make it look good with the word FMC. Then I will not move this one as it's a sort of template that show you and to the people that are reading your post that the post is not done. So you have more information that you want to show to your community. If you don't have much text and you want to just have like here a title and here another few lines explaining, so we want to take part in campaign, and that's it. I mean, that's it for now. You can add all the text that you want here. But if you don't have much information and the carousel will be just about 2 slides, you can just take this arrow and remove it. And then you will move this one here to the center. So you have the general layout, not mixed with information that you don't want and misleading information saying, okay, we will have a next slide when you will not have it. So here, info about the market and why attending the campaign of the market. So these are maybe info that you can add in your post. And this one was a first template in green. We will give you other 2 templates with different color and different elements already made. Here, the story is always the same. So the logo, the element, the title that you need to add, and the logo. So I want to add my logo. I remove this one and put it here. I will do the same, of course, for the second page of the carousel if needed. And here you can see you have, I don't know the name of this animal in English, but like you have 2 different kind of animals that you can use. It's a lucky
ladybug.
Ladybird.
Or ladybird, yes.
And here there is a bee, so you can choose which one you want to use. The third layout in this in this format, it's about here a boy. Here, of course, you need to add your logo, add the title. So you can just choose which one you want to use, but they're all available for you. And then another template that we prepared is a more basic and simple. So is not a carousel, but it could be. But this one is intended just for a title and a short text. Like, for example, what I did here, we're counting biodiversity at the market. So if you don't have much information to share, or you want to highlight just something in a short way, you can use this one that it's already filled with all the elements of the campaign. You just need to add your logo here. Always leave the word FMC logo, and then the text that you want to use. So for example, it's, again, we use this quote as example. Then we can highlight the text to change the color. For example, here we want to use the green. So, And if we want everything in one line, we just need to drag this one and make it bigger so you can fit everything in one line. Otherwise, if you want to split it, you can just reduce here the length of this one and make it in 3 lines. Here, what we want to say to the people. So it's Biodiversity Week, and we're counting at, and here you can add your names, your market name. So this one can be used as like announcing that you are taking part of the campaign and you want to count, and people can come to the market just to enjoy the day and a sort of take actions in the campaign. So it's Biodiversity Week and we're counting at plus the name. If you add here again your logo, this is something that you can share on your social media. It's easy to do. Maybe then you need to adjust here the font size and everything. We don't have specifics about the font size. You can just see what looks best for you in terms of content and information that you want to share. If you want to put, like, this is a trick that I always use. If you want to put like something in the center, but like you have all these lines and you don't know if like you're really centering that one, you just need to click with the right bottom of the mouse to the word. And then you do align to page and you put center if you want to have it in the center. If you want to have it on other, like on top, for example, or at the bottom, you just click top and you will have it here on top. But we want it to the center, so middle and then center, and it's perfectly aligned. As soon as you add all the information here, your personal information, this graphic is ready to go live. So you will see something like this on your feed. I'm going to show you how to save a graphic if you're like new with Canva. So as soon as you have what like you're happy with to share, you just click here on top, share, download. And then something good about Canva is that you can choose a lot of different formats where you can share your image. We are going with or JPEG or PNG. Let's say we follow the suggested one here. After, you will see select page. So if you want to export everything that you've done, you just put select all. If you want to exclude some page, you can just select one by one. So in this case, we want to share the current page that we made. So you can click current page, done, and then please download. You need to wait a few seconds and you will have this graphic into the download folder of your personal computer. So it's easy to find. After that, you can decide if you want to send it to your phone and post it by your phone or computer. That one, it depends on how you do it. So right now that we saw how to save, I'm going to show you some other templates that you have. So here we will switch to the layouts already made. So you don't have to edit this one much, you just need to add your logo if you like them. Otherwise, you can just be creative and create your own layouts and template. So This one, we share it to announce the campaign. So if you are taking part of this campaign and you want to announce it online, you can use this one that is complete, and then you will add in the copy of your post all the relevant information that you want to share. Another template already made is this one. Here, what you need to do, you just need to add your logo here, and this is something generic and eye-catching for people because they have the logo, some design of the campaign, and a small introduction. We go here to another layout. If you want to announce to your audience online that you're part of FMCount, you can use this one, just adding your logo here. Or if you want to print this version, you can, I will show you that one later. So you can see how to convert also the format of the graphic. Here we have another version that you can use while we're approaching to the counting date. So we are ready to count, and here you need to add your logo. This one could be something that announces to your community that you are really counting at the market. For example, it's sort of the example that we did here in really 5 minutes. Something more complex and good looking could be something like this, that you play with colors. And if you want, I can show you how to create this color changing in a graphic. For example, I'm going to duplicate this page so I don't ruin this one that it's already made.
That's a great little tip. Is always make copies.
Yes.
Because if you mess up, the original is still good.
Yeah, and something that I always do while I start like creating a graphic is I make multiple copies, because then I always have new versions of like one graphic, and later on I can decide which one I like more and which one I want to post. So you will see a lot of different versions of it. If we want to change this biodiversity word here, the color, you need to highlight everything, and then here clicking on text color, you will find here on the left the colors that you can use. For example, let's say you want to put everything in green, like we did here, but then you want to put the word bio here in green, not green, in yellow. You highlight just the letters that you want to change color, and then you put yellow. In this way, you will have a text in 2 colors. Of course, you can always change the color here, so highlight, and then put it in this kind of red-orange. And this one, we want to put it in a more strong orange. So you can play with the colors, but always remember to be consistent with the colors that we use for the logo, but also you can use colors from the elements that you will find in the graphic. The templates that we will give you are not just these few ones here. You will have more, but these ones were just something to show you and what to expect. So something like, for example, here that it's kind of made, you just need to add the logo and they're ready to post, or something here, for example, how we, like we saw here, that you need to really put the information that you want. Then something that I wanted to show you is about if you want to create something for the print, so to attach to your market. You need to go to Canva. So we will go here, we will duplicate this panel as it will be easier to always have the first version to copy and paste. Then you go to the menu of Canva and you can click create. No, let's go to the home page. It's easier to follow. And you will see here a lot of formats that Canva suggests to you. So for example, if you want to create something to print, you can choose here the format. So if you want to do an invitation, a business card, a postcard. Right now, I think we will go with the flyer because it's something that we want to put in the market. And you have, of course, a blank page. So don't panic, it's really easy, as you will go to the other page of Canva where you have all your layouts. You will select the one that you like the most. You can copy everything. So click copy, then you go to your new page and paste it. And they should, okay, so they're here, but as you can see, they're not in the right format because like they are not good in size here. So you will just need to move them around to make them look good in this new format. So for example, you move the logos. If you want to have more green here, you just select the green and you push it up a bit. And if you want to move like all these elements here of the characters, but you cannot select all of them without the green part here, what you can do, you can simply click the green and put the lock in for this element. In this way, if you want to highlight just the characters, you can move them without moving the green element here. Something also easier for you is to group them. If you decide that like you're fine and you're happy and satisfied with this design here, you can just select all of them and group them. In this way, they will move all together and they will not be separate, so it's easier to manage. Then we will move this one here to make it fit better. We can also put the logo in a bigger version, but then I don't know if like this one is in the center. So again, we do align to page, center, and we know that this one is exactly in the center of the page. Because sometimes when you have a lot of elements in a page, it's like difficult to understand if something is in the middle or not. So we use this tool of align to page, and we will have the right center. You want to put this flag bigger? No problem. You can just put as big as you want. If you want to remove the flag, you can do that just by like canceling them. You will not have the flags anymore. So Canva is really helpful to create this kind of graphic, both online and offline. So if you want to print them out, if you want to create small cards, flyer with information, you can do that. And you have like the first source here that we will give you, that you can decide and edit or in this format, or if you want to create new formats, you can just do that by copying and pasting the elements that we are giving you, or the template already made, or if you want to create them just with basic information, adding the all the material here. Also, this one, you can just select everything. Again, copy. You go to the flyer page, you can add a new one, and then you paste it. Here, you don't have the background pasted. If sometimes it happens, but it's not a big deal, as we are going to select again the page. See here the number, the color number. You can copy the number. You select the background here and this icon. And then here on the bar here, you put paste and you will have the right color. And again, this is not in the format that you wanted, as while changing format, the design will kind of look the same for the previous format that you were using. So you just need to adjust it, selecting the things, putting them here, make them bigger. If you want to use just this one in your graphic, you can just remove all the lines. You will leave this character here with the logos. I don't suggest you to put it just in this way, as people maybe will not understand what this is about. But you can really play with these templates, how you want to create something unique and just for your market. I think here we covered the basics for the templates and everything. Let's see. Yes, so the slides are done. I don't know if you have some questions to maybe how change colors, font, or something that you can ask me and I will be happy to answer to you.
Julia, that's a fantastic orientation to the tools that we are providing and how to use those tools. If you are still rather new to Canva and one of the steps seemed too fast or you couldn't follow, isn't it true that there are many good videos online that with helpful tips on how to do one thing or another in Canva? You just search your question and chances are it'll take you to a video if there's some little step that doesn't seem clear. Is that right?
Yeah, on internet there are full of videos or example on how to make things. If you want, as soon as we release this webinar on YouTube, and you will receive the email with all the information to rewatch the session and everything, I can show to you, I can attach on that test some links that you can see to make graphic and edit them. Maybe I can find some basic videos about Canva and I can send it to all of you so you can just rewatch them and see what you can create.
My experience is that when I follow how to do something, I understand it entirely until I start doing it. And then suddenly, where did that go? The screen changed. And when you ask a specific question, you can often find out how to specifically handle it. But I hope, like what I found in watching Julia assemble all of these different tools, the artwork is so beautiful and so strong alone or together, you know, with all the other pieces.
No.
So you can begin to personalize it with your own count, but staying within the brand so that we all look like we are together, which is how we should be together. We do have one question, Julia. Could you show again how to copy the color number and implement in the images that they're creating? So I think your cut and paste of the color number was a really clever shortcut.
Okay, we will take for this example the white background if that it's easier to choose some colors. So for example, if you want to take the process is the same for background and text color. So, but maybe that's fine. Okay, so we found this yellow background. You select, so you just click the center of this image and you will see here background color. If you click here, then on the left, you will see the colors, both that like the main color in this case are the green and yellow of Word FMC and are not present the FMCount campaign, but you will have them. So you find here the color of the background, and usually he's highlighted with a purple circle here. So you click in the middle of it and you will see this small icon. If you click again, you will have this pop-up. And at the bottom of the pop-up, you will have the number here of the color. Then you copy. You take the slide that you want to change color with. You click again to background. And here on top, you just paste it. And then click on the yellow and you will have it here. It's harder than it looks, actually. It's really simple to do, but like it's hard to explain. And you can do the same with the text, for example. So we want to take this green here, we highlight the word, we click on text color, you click again here, you will have the pop-up, you copy, and then you highlight the word that you want to change, or again the background. And here on text color, you paste it, and you have the green. I cannot see the question. So I hope I was able to answer to the color issue.
Yes, Marcia said thank you, that was a very good explanation.
Okay.
So thank you, Julia. We are happy to entertain a question or two, but I know that we have given you a lot of information to digest. Thank you to our translators to provide the interpretation in both Italian and in Spanish. And Julia, your English is outstanding. It made wonderful sense to me. And we hope that these are the kinds of practical tools that are helpful to you to enhance your communication in the campaign and beyond. We will have more webinars like this and more meetings in the ramping up to our first phase of the campaign. These tools we will also have webinars before the phase B and phase C of the campaign as well, because they all have individual counting methodologies associated with it, and we'll have the same kinds of sets of tools for each of these. But we will soon be sharing the link to all of these tools in early May. I think the May 8th is what our scheduled live date is, so that you can begin to use these tools and upload them on your social media to print banners or flyers. And we are, of course, always here to help. And Julia and Manuel, and to our marvelous interpreters, our translators, thank you. We hope that this gets us inch by inch, one step closer to launching our campaign. So Manuel is putting in links to register to the campaign. By all means, share this with your partners, markets that you work with as well. And our goal is to really demonstrate visually and also verbally how farmers markets count when it comes to biodiversity. And we are very excited to have you joining us in this strong statement for World Biodiversity Day in late May. So I think, Julia, unless you have any other last bits of knowledge to share, I think we can say arrivederci.
Yeah, I think I covered everything, and something, if they need maybe like assistance or they just need to contact me, they can of course do it. So you all, if you need assistance on some specific Canva aspect regarding the campaign, I'm always here to help you during all this campaign and all this process. So you can just send me an email and I will try to solve all your information and problems or curiosity.
Wonderful. Okay, well done. Thank you so much for joining us. And we know whether the time of the day is the morning, the afternoon, or the evening, your time is so valuable. Thank you for sharing it with us, and hope that this has been useful to you. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.